Why are we talking about friendship before we begin talking about marriage and sex? And I think it's an interesting move by the authors of our textbook, and I think it's a really appropriate and a really good move for a number of reasons. One reason, of course, is that questions about friendship and theological ethics are not likely to be as provocative and difficult as questions about sexuality. So that's one reason, and it gets us into the topic a little bit perhaps more easily. But also because I think it's appropriate to say that theologically speaking, at least in the theological tradition, friendship is really often seen as the most basic form of love. Friendship is a form of love that, in a sense, precedes our discussion of sexuality because friendship is the most basic form of relationship. And indeed, we ultimately will talk about our friendship with God and God's friendship with us. The textbook brings out this key verse from John 15, which I think is a really good way to touch off our discussion of these topics. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. No one has greater love than this, than that he lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I do not call you servants any longer, because the servant does not know what the master is doing, but I have called you friends. This is really an extraordinary statement in the Gospel of John from Jesus to us as Jesus followers. That this most basic form of love, this most basic form of relationship that God wants to have with us in and through Jesus, and that we are then able to have with each other and with God, is a relationship of loving friendship. And so this question of friendship really does frame our whole discussion of theologically and ethically speaking, what human relationships are all about.